Right, howdy folks, how we doing? Saunders Shack is back. I know it's been a couple of months, I think, since I've done a shack vid. Mainly because the nights are drawn out, the weather's got a bit better, then it's got crap again at the minute. So I've been doing more stuff outside of it, obviously. I haven't sort of come in and done a shack video, but it's a grey, damp, miserable, wet day like it was yesterday. So I'm in the shack, and first job is we're going to have a look at Spammo, because a lot of you have asked how is Spam doing in previous videos, and he's not been on since I don't know, about 3 years ago now, when I got tons of abuse for him being in a small cage. But there's Spammo. Right, Spam. You alright, boy? What are you doing? Yeah, how old are you now, Sam? He must be... Well, I've had him for 5 years now. So he must be 6 years old. Sam, you're a good little boy, aren't you? Yeah, good little boy. Fred, who was his partner in crime, he died a couple of years ago. So what are you vibrating for, you plonker? So Sam's on his own now, but he's still got a good life. Still runs around the garden doing stuff. And yeah, I love ferrets. They're funny little creatures, isn't it? What are you doing? So inquisitive. I've not been hunting with him for ages. But yeah, I do love ferrets. I did try introducing Del to him, but it's a bit teethy, so I sort of give that up as a bad idea. Spammo, watch what you're doing. So anyway, good boy, Spam. Didn't you? You good little ferret. Yeah, love a little ferret. Yeah. So what we are going to do is we're going to carry on with it. Come here, Spam. Come here. We are going to carry on with the Lego TechnicLiebherr R9800, haven't we? Put you away. In you go. Good boy. Right, I've got Poop and Fodder join me now. A lot of sniffing going on because, of course, Spammo the ferret's been in. But just before we get on with carrying building the digger, there's a couple of other projects I want to just share with you that, if you can actually see me around Flodger's bum, that I'm going to be doing in forthcoming episodes. Now, one of them is this. This is my old home light chainsaw. Now, this thing is brilliant. Although it's it's been a couple of years since I tried using it, and if memory serves me correctly, it didn't run correctly. I don't think. It was a bug at the start. But anyway, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this all apart. Fod, do you mind not getting it in the way? Take this all apart and strip it down, get it all working again, because it's a fantastic little saw. Basically, my uncle gave it to me. Dare I say it, 15, 20 years ago? Could be more. Probably 20 years ago. God knows how old it is anyway. But it sounds like a Vespa when it's running. It's a real poppy sound. Lovely saw, bags of power, and deserves getting running again. So that's going to be in a future episode. Right, this is going to be the other project in future episodes. Basically a Nitro RC kit car. So it comes in kit form, got to be all built up, and that'll be good fun because I've never actually built one of the cars before. I've said in previous chat videos, I've had helicopters, planes, and trucks and buggies and all that sort of thing. Never built one from scratch, so that'll be an interesting little project to do. I'm looking forward to that. Liz got that for my 40th birthday, which was a few days ago, so looking forward to that. That is the other project that's going to be coming along soon. This is the other thing I've built recently, the Lego Technic Volvo A60H articulated dumper, and it's a fantastic model and very, very complex. Really thoroughly enjoyed building it. It's got 3-speed transmission. That has just turned it, the flashing light there turns the power system on. And like I say, it's all controlled through your phone. And you even get a lovely sound to it as well. Brilliant. So put it into drive. Yeah, forward, backwards, left and right. All with the sound as well. And you tip it up. I think it's fantastic. I really do. And you got pull the pin out the front, drop the nose down, and you lift that up. There's a pin that goes in. Where does that go? You'll see with the engine cowling up, even you wouldn't see it normally, but you know, you can see like the pistons going up and down, which you obviously wouldn't see when it drives, but it's a cool little touch. But a superbly detailed model. I love it, it's brilliant. That's that down. So yeah, it's fantastic. When I get the digger belt, I'm going to do a little mining scene with this and the Liebherr, and I think that should be good fun. Right, so let's get to it. Now, as you can see, I have built the front end equipment, and that is a chunky bit of Lego all on its own. There's the attachment for the bucket to go on. Yeah, that is a chunky bit of kit. Yeah, it really is a pucker model, this is. So next step is to basically attach the front end equipment onto the upper structure. So you've got to figure out where this goes now. Let's drop the rams down. Them rams look a bit weedy now to lift this entire boom, but I'm sure they'll be up to it. So, yeah, basically we've got to lock all this in somehow. That goes there. That's fairly simple. Does that go there? I'll have to get up for this. The orange pins are going to locate it. Not at the minute. Does it go back there? Right. Right, so they drop in like that. Push them pins in to lock it. Smashing, right. That is chunky, yeah, that really is chunky. Right, so these now locate, make sure these are, what I should do, well, let's sit back a minute, sit there. Let's wind these right out. Then I'll know they're they're the same then. Swap that over into there. Right, now these go, where do they engage? A very good question. Perhaps I don't wind out too far then. Oh no, there they go. Right, so that locates in there. There we go. There we go. There we go. That does look beastly, doesn't it? It really does. So they're engaged. Yup. Right, we've got to connect everything in now. Connect all the functions in. Right, so we've got to fit the cables now, and then we're ready for tests. So then I can get the basically have the structure all finished off. Job be a good one, wouldn't it? Right, so that goes in there. Basically, these are just little clips that hold the cables in position now. That is absolutely awesome. It down again now. Big old dark cloud coming over. Yeah, thanks for all the views on the Belarus vids. To be honest, I've really enjoyed working on that. It'll be even better when I get it back to the yard and you know, I can fiddle around with it at the yard then. That'll be spot on. But, Ted, what are you doing? I've got big lanky Ted in here now. I've got Delbro in here. He's sat on his bed. Ted, come here. Ted, up. Pause. There's Ted's dad. Good boy, Ted. And I've got Penny behind me at the minute. Can you see Penny? Penny poo. What's up, Ted? Good boy. Down. Yeah, so, yeah, Belarus, that's a brilliant little machine, that is. And I'm having great fun working on it. Yeah, thanks for all the comments with basically advice now to get it going, that sort of thing. We was presuming that it was on the levers. You've got individual clutches. You've got the main clutch, then you've got individual clutches on the levers, but it's not like that. It's basically got diff steering in it, as far as we can tell. But there's a couple of chaps I know. I mean, Mucker's, he's played with one. I've not had a proper word with Mucker about it yet, but it may be that he'll come down and we'll do a video together, getting it going. But we're certainly going to have a look at that Versatile that was there. Me and Mucker will do a video on that. There's another chap I know, chap who services the tractors at the farm. And he's got two of them, believe it or not. So he knows his way around them as well. But I've also got, come here, just quickly show you. I have got a lot of literature regarding the Belarus. Some of it in Russian, some of it is in English, and a lot of it like this. This is the instruction manual. Is extremely technical as well. It gives you adjustments for valve clearances and all sorts. Basically, despite the fact it looks like a ladybird book, it's very technical book. And I've got another folder about the same size as that. So yeah, I mean, look, there's another one there. It's probably very similar to that, just in bigger font. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff to get through. Installing the crank gear. I say there's plenty of technical literature here. Another one. This is in Russian. Yeah, no, look, there you go. That's a parts book. How about that? So I've got tons of this sort of stuff. Yeah. So I've got, like I said, I've got another folder that's about the same. I've not looked at half of this. There you go, another parts catalogue for it by the looks of it. Part numbers. Yeah, so there we go. There's all that to go through as well, but at least we're making progress with that. Like I say, probably the next job with that is to probably get it back to the yard. But it ain't going to be today because it's tipping it down again. Right, anyway, get back to this. That's installed, that's installed. So now we can now feed them through. Sort of these cables out. Right, so that's all the cables installed. Just need to do a test now. They go onto the Lego Control app, which I have to say has worked very well. It's worked well on the Volvo. Flip onto the Liebherr. So it's coming along now. Shouldn't take too long to get it finished. Press the green button. Blimey, right, can you hear that? That's rain on the roof. Right, we're connected, so now it should do a test on the upper structure. Yeah, that works alright. Next one. Yeah. Interestingly, that's got parallel movement on it as well. So that one worked. Now bucket. Sweet as a nut. So that is it. There's one more. There's one more test to complete. That's when it's all together. So job is a good one. Right, let's get to it. This thing ain't going to build itself, is it? Yeah. So what's been going on lately? Not a great deal. Some of you will know I've got a bit of a passion for fish. I do like fish. All stems from when we had fish as when I was at home as a youngster. Dad had a fish pond that we've still got now, and my sister, she had a 4-foot aquarium. I always remembered that. And anyway, that's something I've wanted to do for ages, is get an aquarium in the front room. Because basically we never use we've got an open fire in the front room, never use it in the 6 years I've been here, and so I've been eyeing it up for a while, and I was thinking, yeah, that would get rid of the hood and the fireplace and that would make a lovely enclosure for a fish tank. So that's what I've done, and it's only been in 6 weeks, something like that, but here it is as it is at the minute, and give us a like, or let us know in the comments if you want to see a bit more about it, like, because I say I love fish, like my new aquarium and my pond that's I'm looking at the minute, like, it's behind the camera. So just see what you think of this bit of the aquarium, and we'll be back in about a minute or two. most of you would say that was pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool anyway, lot. And like I say, it goes in our fireplace, a treat. And quite often it's better than what's on the telly, watching what they get up to. Isn't it, Ted? But yeah, there'll always be, there'll always be the ones that go, oh, that's cool having fish in a fish tank. They should be free. It's a bit like when I did a video on Sam. Well, I think it was Fred as well at the time, a few years ago, and all the furry creature lovers basically lambasted me for having them in too smaller cages, just because that's what they see on the video, and then they just made up their mind that was cruel. But yeah, a lot of folk do that. Like, I mean, not most of you lot, my regular viewers, you know, I've got your head screwed on. But there's always them, them nutters out there like that think their opinion counts, like, and it doesn't count for diddly squat, does it, like? So yeah, but anyway, yeah, like I say, let us know if you like that. Drop a comment, give it a like, and that sort of stuff, and I'm not going to make a regular series about it, like, but I'll do a little video on the old fish tank, like what's in there and the filter setup I've got and all that sort of stuff, if you're interested, like. If not, I don't care, because I'll probably do it anyway, like. Right, where does that go? That is a very good question. Where does that go? Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah, boy. That goes in there. So it's basically an engine flap. That's what that is. I've also got big plans for the fish pond. Some of you will have watched the video I did about this time last year on the fish pond and that. I should have really done a video on building it, like, but basically what I've got planned. Well, what you do with a fish pond is you'll build a fish pond thinking it's big enough, and then sort of literally immediately after it you'll go, no, we should have done that, we should have made it bigger, So that's basically what I did, like, even though I knew I wanted to make a big fish pond in the first place, it still wasn't big enough, you know what it's like. And anyway, so what I've got in my head, I think it's pretty genius actually, is what I want to do is that right, that goes in there. Yeah. What I want to do, I want to dig another fish pond, which will be about 20 foot away from the current fish pond. And then what I want to do is link the two ponds together with a river, which I don't think is done very often. Like, I mean, a lot of people will link two ponds with a stream, a bubbling stream that runs downhill, but not a river. And that's a different proposition, that is. Because basically because I want the fish to be able to swim up the river to go from pond to pond. So you can't do that with a stream. Because obviously the river's got to, what are you doing? The river's got to be deep enough for the fish to swim up it. And I've got some big fish. So that's going to be a project at some point. I was going to do it this spring, but one thing or another hasn't turned out. But I did buy a cheapo laser level from, I think it was Amazon. End of last year. I did a video on it, but never released it. Is that right? That's not right. Was it any good in that? And it was actually. I've used it for a couple of things, although not for building my fish pond. But yeah, so that's good. When I do that, I will film the actual process, digging it out and getting the levels right and all that sort of thing, because it'd be quite a technical thing. Because you think, you want enough of a fall on it for it to flow downhill, but it's got to then, it's still got to maintain enough water for the fish to be able to swim up. So I think it's quite a technical challenge, and I'm looking forward to doing it. And I'm kind of glad, well, sort of glad I didn't do it initially, because it gives me something else to do. And it's always good for a bloke to do that sort of thing, isn't it? So, yeah, the only issue I've got will be, obviously, I'll have to glue the existing liner in the pond to the new line. So that'd be interesting. But that, folks do that, not all the time, but folks do it, and there are products out there to do it. Special liner glues and that sort of stuff. And I've got a box full, so I'm sort of prepared to do it. It's the sort of thing that will take. It's not the sort of thing you do in a day, is it? Do you know what I mean? Right, so I've got the top of the engine to go in. So on the real machine would be a Cummins QSK 60 or an MTU 4000 series. That'll slot in, hopefully, in there. Come on, Papa, get in there. She's in. Yeah, it's really coming there now. These last few bits on. And we'll be able to call that it for this video, I reckon. For the fire suppression unit that sits on the back, that'll go like so. It's coming together, isn't it? And we've got some cooling fans. There you go. They got side. They go in there. Like that. And this will be the last piece for now. So as usual, if you got any questions, any of that sort of thing, that's going to be interesting to get on. Oh no, there you go. Doesn't seem to fit very well. Oh, that's wrong way up. Goes like that. Yeah, any questions you got for me or anything for the next shack video, which I promise won't be as a big a gap as this one has been from the previous one. We'll get this thing finished. So yeah, any questions you got, anything like that, anything you want to know, leave a comment in our section below. Give it a like as well, because it does help. I mean, I've never begged for likes and subscribes before, but it does help. It does help. So if you can give the old video a like, do so. But it's not the end of the world if you don't. But there you go. Anyway, Ted's asleep. Ted, up. Come on, Ted. Up. Ted. Ted, come here. Ted, come here. Up here. Ted. You're the wrong way round. Pause. Up. He is an idiot sometimes, ain't you? Anyway, that'll do for now. Hope you enjoyed that video. Hope you're looking forward to the RC model car build, the home light chainsaw, strip down and build. I'm looking forward to getting onto them once the old Liebherr's done. And yeah, hope you enjoyed that little vid. I'll see you on the next one. Ta-ta! Teddy boy. Yeah.